a German scientist, and he has taken the inference from this one. So what he has interpreted is that he has taken this one is the center of a circle, and this one he has taken as a radius of a circle, and then he has taken the graph. This one is tau axis and this one is sigma axis. Sigma axis means on this axis you have to plot sigma, sigma x, sigma y, sigma max, sigma minimum. On this axis you have to plot tau, tau max, whatever it may be. Now according to this you have to mark the center. So initially let us assume all values are positive to explain me the Mohr circle. Later on value is positive, it can be adjusted. So this value is sigma x plus sigma y by 2. So naturally this value will come positive and it can be marked on this axis. Say for example sigma x is 100, sigma y is 20, 120 by 2. So on 60 you can mark. So coordinate of this point is 60, 0. So this one is center. So this distance you have to mark is equals to sigma x plus sigma y by 2. If the value is negative, then you have to mark on other side. So that axis will take care of it. Once you mark this one, then with this radius and with this as the center, draw a full circle. So you have to draw a full circle, something like this. So this has this value and this radius is nothing but this radius. And what is the value of radius is under root of sigma x minus sigma y by 2 whole square plus tau xy square. Now what the idea he has generated? He says that if you draw a circle using this one, and if your circle will cut to sigma on the extreme side, then that value represents sigma max. That is true. Because what is this distance? Is sigma x plus sigma y by 2. And how much is this distance? Is this distance. It is the same as this mathematical equation. So this whole distance will be equals to sigma x plus sigma y by 2 plus this value. At the same time, he says that if your circle will touch to the innermost point, then that value will represent sigma mean. Even this is also correct, because this value is sigma x plus sigma y by 2, and you have to return back with the radius. That is, you have to take the minus sign. So this value represents sigma mean, and this value represents sigma max. So this equation and this equation is one and same equation. This one is under root of tau x. This one is sigma x minus sigma y. Think that the circle will touch to the right side as sigma x, on the left side is sigma mean, then you must conclude that if this point will be shifted to this side, it must be equal to tau max. Because if you project this point, is at a maximum permissible value of tau max. If you conclude this one is sigma axis and this is sigma max, then is this point is tau max. Similarly, we have one more tau max. So this is plus tau max and this one is minus tau max. But tau max is there, it doesn't matter the tau is positive or tau is negative. Now number of authors take this one as negative tau and this one as positive tau. So it doesn't matter for us, because tau we don't focus any idea. We have the same idea of tau max, that is positive or negative. और वैसे भी कैलकुलेशन के लिए नॉर्मल के लिए आपको प्लस माइनस दोनों चेक करना पड़ेगा. Now if this one is a tau max, then is the value of tau max is same as this value. Can we conclude tau max is same as the radius r? This value is r. So can we conclude tau max is equal to radius of Mohr circle, and if the radius of Mohr circle itself equals to minus sigma y by 2 plus tau xy whole square, but in under root. So when you say the tau max equal to radius, then you can also say the tau max equals to diameter of the diameter divided by 2, because radius is same. And can we say the diameter is sigma max minus sigma mean? So we have one more equation of tau max, that is sigma max minus sigma mean, that is nothing but diameter, and divided by what? 2. Equation of this one, to remember you, it's the value of what? Sigma max or minimum is same as sigma average plus minus tau max. This term is sigma average and this term is what? Tau max. So he has given the conclusion like this, as well as he has also given the procedure to draw it. Step number 1. Our standard element is like this. Using this figure, he says that you form 2 points. The point A has a coordinate of sigma x, comma, tau xy. And the second point, he says that you plot second point using coordinate sigma y, comma, minus tau xy. This point is sigma x and tau xy. and for this he says sigma y and minus tau xy. It doesn't mean that this is minus tau xy. He has taken this idea because if you select this as a tau and this one is sigma axis, so this value tau xy will come above and minus tau xy will come below. That is the only idea behind this. So first step is you draw one axis system. This one is x coordinate, this one is y coordinate. Whenever you have to plot x coordinate and y coordinate, you have to mark your distance from origin. So from origin you have to mark for sigma x, then you have to mark tau xy. Where you come, that will be point A.
So second point will be sigma y. So sigma we are plotting on the same sigma axis. So this will be sigma y. Below this will be tau minus tau xy. So this point is B. So you have to join AB, that is the step number 2. Join AB and obtain the point C. That is the intersection of AB with the sigma axis. So C is naturally the midpoint of it. If your A and B will lie both on sigma axis, then C we have to take as a midpoint as one line and sigma as one another axis and C is the midpoint. So make a note of this. Intersection of AB with respect to sigma axis is the point C. And in case if point A will lie on sigma axis and B also lie on sigma axis, then you take the C as a midpoint. Now we'll justify this why it is a midpoint. Because your center is sigma x plus sigma y by 2. So this is a sigma x, this one is sigma y. So naturally the C will be the midpoint of it, that is sigma x plus sigma y by 2. Now once you obtain the point C, now C at the center and compare these two figures with C at the center, and this one is CA and this one is B point. So with C as the center and C as a radius or BC as a radius, you have to draw a full circle. I am just comparing the above figure with my content in this figure. So we write here with the radius equals AC or BC. Draw a full circle. That represents our Mohr circle. So this is a very simple procedure to draw the Mohr circle. Now this value represents the maximum value. So where the Mohr circle will cut to the right side is called as sigma max. On the left side is called as sigma minimum. And the corresponding value on the tau axis will be called as tau max. So very quickly we can generate all information from the Mohr circle. If we measure angle between AC and the sigma axis, that will be called as the principal plane angle. But remember, it always measure the 2 times of, and if we measure with the same sigma axis with the angle made by BC, it will be the principal made by, it is the second principal plane, that is twice P theta P2. Both principal plane are differ by angle equals to 180, that already proved. But Mohr circle always uses 2 times of principal plane angle. So for calculation you have to divide by 2.